every brother that's caught in the crossfire. That's caught in the crossfire.
Without mercy.
Alright, how's it going everybody? Alninio here. They're going to talking about the new card system, explaining how it works, everything you need to know about the card crafting system, and it's essentially one of the most important things right now in Paragon, to get the cards you don't own so you can actually get shit done. Cause you know how it is. I've been trying to get Voice Steel Dagger for so long, and I managed to finally get it thanks to the system that was just implemented. So basically how it works is there are different types of components for each affinity. For example, Corruption is Cursed Soul. For Intellect, it's Matrix. For Order, it's Topaz, and on. So each one has a certain component, right? So how do you get these components? Basically, you go to Cards, Profile, Cards, and then from here, you pick whatever affinity. You pick, let's say, you have like 2 cards of one type that you don't want. You only want one. For example, Viper Bolt. I own 2 Viper Bolts. I can go in here, dismantle, and it will give me 100 Cursed Souls. I can dismantle 2 or 1. So, if you don't need 1, you can dismantle, if you don't need 2, you can dismantle 1. So, you can choose how many Cursed Souls you want based on how many owned cards you want to dismantle. So that's really it. That's how you dismantle cards. How do you craft cards? Craft cards comes within Cursed Souls. So let's say I want to craft a Thirst Fang. There's craft and dismantle. There's 2 options. You just go to craft. It will tell you use reputation from here. It will use 250 reputation, which is, by the way, not that much. And just like this, craft, and then you get the item. I have 1,160, so I have plenty of Cursed Souls right now, because I was dismantling a lot of corruption cards, so I can get the items that I want. And I did end up getting 2 Voice Steel Daggers for this, and I really wanted that. Plus Scourging Tails. I needed those for Kalari, so I'm very happy to finally have gotten those. And there's a Kalari guy coming up for that too. So really, it's that simple. Based on what affinity you choose to dismantle, you get a certain amount of components. These components can be used to craft cards you don't own. Like here, for example, Hunter's Guile. I don't own this. Or Beta Health. I don't own this. You need 0 out of 600. So you need 600 for this. You can choose to dismantle ones you own. You cannot dismantle ones you don't own, obviously, because you need to own it, right? So that's how you get that. You just simply dismantle items. Like, look here, I have 7 Beta Heal, but here's the thing. I would not recommend you guys to dismantle upgrades, because upgrades are so important. Like Beta Heal, that's a lot of health regen. Maybe at one point you'll be like, oh, I want to use this on Chimera, actually. That's very good on Chimera. Maybe you never use it, but sometimes you'll think, okay, I actually want to use it. Or for example, if I'm playing Kalari, and let's say I disenchant all my dire wounds, right? I dismantle all upgrades for the crit, and then I don't have any crit upgrades, and I'm like, oh well, shit. I dismantled all of them just to get 1 card, like let's say Reaper Siphon. I just wanted to get that. I dismantle all my upgrades. It's not worth it. So I would probably recommend you guys not to dismantle upgrades. Just dismantle these cards that you own and you have more of. So for example, I had 4 Stalker Siphons. I got rid of 3. I dismantled 3 of them. I kept 1 because I need only 1, right? And I'm able to craft other things using the Cursed Soul component. So it's really that simple. But yeah, dismantling upgrades I think is not worth it. Just dismantle cards that you have more of. One thing is, if you go to Universal, you cannot dismantle more cards from... There's two items. Rift Magus Scepter. If you have 4, it's 4 base sets. Like, you cannot dismantle, so that you don't have the option to dismantle that if you own 4. It's 4 by default for everyone. And same thing for Spear of the Rift Hunter. You cannot dismantle that. So there's a certain base amount that's given to you already that you can't dismantle. Basically, that's really it. To buy cards, you just go to store. You go to card packs and then just buy straight up from here, and once you purchase it, you get random cards, right? You go to profile, overview. Of course, there's also the loot system now, which you can actually use that by playing games. Just by playing random games, you get free loot crate, free key, and then you just use those and you get free skins, so it's really neat. And through card packs, you simply get what you need. If you don't like what you see here, for example, you just dismantle it. It's really that simple. So I got a whole bunch of stuff here. I got Burst Engine. I really like Burst Engine, by the way. That's a very good intellect card. Very, very good. So maybe let's say I have so many alpha barriers I don't need. I have too many strike tokens. Maybe I'll get rid of some, but I wouldn't recommend dismantling strike tokens. So it's really about choosing what you want to dismantle, and from there you go here and do what you want. So that's really it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this little card system tutorial, card crafting tutorial helped you out. Very, very simple, very easy to get whatever cards you want. If you've been building up so many cards that you don't want, you can just card craft it, dismantle it, get a new one. Really neat system. I really like it. I managed to get my Void Steel Dagger. Very happy. Finally. It's a very important card on Kalari, and I'm very happy to finally have gotten it. So that's really about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and best of luck on Monolith. Peace out.